Hello students and welcome to Unit 4, States of Consciousness. Before we continue, it is important to note that Unit 4, States of Consciousness is about 2 to 4% of the AP exam, and it will be read out of Chapter 7 in your textbook. That's just important to know. Now, what is consciousness? Consciousness itself, before we can understand its many states and how consciousness can be altered, consciousness itself is the quality or state of our awareness, or of being aware of an external object or something within ourself. So consciousness is when we are aware of something, whether it's aware of whether we are aware of where we are, or aware of our current physical and mental, emotional state. Consciousness is what we are aware of. And so states of consciousness is how our awareness can be altered, whether our awareness is altered by lack of sleep, whether it's altered by a chemical substance like a drug, or if it's altered due to hypnosis. And that's what we're going to be exploring throughout Unit 4. So for this video, Unit 4.1, we will be introducing consciousness and information processing, how our mind processes information from our environment, which we began last unit with neuroscience. So again, consciousness is our awareness of ourselves and our environment. Okay, it's how we take everything in our environment and put it into neurological code so that we become aware of it. All right, so this is a lot of the information in this unit is going to support and reinforce the knowledge and the concepts from neuroscience, the previous unit. Okay, so it's very important that you have a solid foundation in neuroscience before we continue on through this unit. So consciousness, again, is the awareness of ourselves and our environment. It occurs in normal states of seeing, hearing, just being, normal states of being, just in your normal everyday life. Your consciousness is what you are aware of, not only in your environment, but again, of yourself. Conscious processing is oftentimes, most of the time, very slow. The reason this is because we have to consider our options. Should I get vanilla or chocolate ice cream? Well, I don't know. Let me think about this. Let me be aware of my tastes and what I think would taste better. Now, that might be a simple example, but how about this one? Who are you going to vote for in this next election? See, that might actually take some conscious thought. Okay, this is different than a reflex. As we remember from last unit, a reflex requires no conscious effort, whereas conscious effort requires neurological effort, so it takes longer. It takes our neural networks as opposed to our reflex pathways. All right. Our consciousness, as we said earlier, can be altered. Again, whether through lack of sleep, hypnosis, or drugs, our consciousness can be altered. And we're going to go into how drugs alter our consciousness in the synapse and how they affect neural communication. And don't forget that consciousness was the original study of psychologists, okay, with introspection and introspection being used in the study of structuralism, and then later with William James, the introduction of functionalism, how our conscious awareness organizes our environment. And here's just a quick review of the parts of the brain that process our conscious awareness. Okay, so here we have the olfactory bulbs processing our awareness of our smells. Here we have the awareness of our touch and our feel, and then there's the awareness of our visual sensations, for example. All right, so again, this is just an example to highlight how neuroscience is going to be the foundation for our states of consciousness. All right, that's it for Unit 4.1. We'll see you guys next time.